Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Rocket Rackers TV. You have tuned in for a Challenge 21 Group C match between Adam Humphries and Joe Hamm. We are here live today from Ronnie's Pool Hall in Southampton. They've got over 30 tables, 6 big screens to watch the live TV on, and no memberships required. You can pop down between 10 and midnight, Monday to Saturday, or 10 and 10 on Sunday. Families are welcome. No memberships required, so why don't you pop on down. Today's tournament is a Challenge 21. 4 groups of 5 play it out to qualify for the Cup and Plate. Today's players are Joe Hamm and Adam Humphries. They are both with 1 match remaining, both in silver spots there, so neither player has a chance to ascend into the gold. So it will be Matthew Morsdow and Dan Hemphill who will be playing each other in their last match to decide who is top of the hill, and Joe and Adam will be deciding who is the top of the silver. So without further ado, we'll go over to the match lag for break. We've got Joe on yellow and Adam on the red. Well, it looks like Joe's yellow will take it. Yep, so as we can see there, both players have won a match and lost 2 matches in the Challenge 21 Group C. And we'll now go over to Joe Hamm to break frame 1. That looks like a dry break there. And Adam's taken the yellows. Well, now a big good chance to take the yellow on the top left rail. He's just got to be careful as he comes off of them into these reds. He's managed to avoid putting himself in trouble, but he's also avoided the pot. We've got Simon Ayers joining us on the microphone. How you doing, everyone? Simon?
Yeah, all good. You hear me all right?
Yeah, not bad, cheers. We've got Paul Bamford in the comments saying good afternoon. How you doing, Paul? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it should be an interesting game, this one. I think should be quite evenly matched, I think.
Yeah, they're both vying for the top spot in the silver qualification now.
So many games have been played. I've not been following the Challenge 21. How far into it are we?
Yeah, we're coming down to the end of it now. The deadline is in 7 days, so Sunday the 13th.
All right. Wow. I haven't even finished our Challenge 25 stuff yet.
You're into the Well, they're into the playoffs now, aren't they? The cup stage.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be playing Lee Knapp, and he's been AWOL since ever since that's happened. So
Oh right,
I haven't had a
okay.
chance to arrange it with him yet.
Well, hopefully you can get
right.
on with that match sooner rather than later.
Yeah, hopefully. That's worked out nicely, that shot. I don't know if he's going to see this. He's got an opportunity to pot this red, kind of cheat the pocket, the one that's near the bottom right corner, kind of screw the cue ball into the yellow, or through the gap. It could potentially leave himself on the red by the black.
Yeah.
Or the alternative is he tries to play this long one, leaves himself an angle. Sure, so it could work. Oh, he's played that quite nicely, held that well. So he could play. Yeah, he's looking at playing around 2 cushions around the back of the yellow, maybe get the joint of the yellow and the black. The red and the black. Bit of a touchy shot, this one, actually, because you want to get that angle. Oh, now he's trying to hit the yellow. See, to get that angle, you kind of need to play it like a bit of a stun shot with right hand side, but you can't play it with you can't screw around the angles.
Yeah, he needs to be able to probably take this into the right middle pocket, doesn't he? If he can get on the.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just.
Yeah, that was tough to try and get a good result, kissing into the yellow.
Yeah, we're doing good, thank you, Paul. It's always enjoyable to get down here and get on the microphone and bring you guys some live pool.
Just noticing you've got the old Rocket Rackers and 8 Ball Arena merch on.
yeah, got creative. Oh, that's a brilliant shot.
Great shot.
And kick that nicely into the middle bag.
Adam's grinning.
Yeah, step by step, trying to make this operation a little bit more professional. Got myself a T-shirt with some logos on, so
nice.
Everybody knows what I'm doing here, hopefully.
Oh. I think the excitement of potting the red kind of spoiled the concentration a bit.
So how'd the Q Score Academy go this weekend?
Not great. Well, it went all right. Actually. Well, it went all right, except our attendance was we managed to get 3 kids this week. To be fair, I've just been waiting on. We haven't done any marketing for it yet.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting on. We've just kind of like created like a company to kind of own the management of it, and we're just going to just need to do the branding stuff for the company and then advertise it under that. So maybe next week or so.
Keep ticking it over, I guess, for now with the kids that you have got turning up, and they'll become your stalwarts and I guess the ones to beat when the other kids turn up.
Yeah, so we just... Oh, it's close to the middle. What a shot. Where's the cue ball? Oh, no. So, I did say from next week onwards, we're going to be... just noticed there's an entire table slate sat in front of me. We're going to be doing a sort of program where... So at the moment, it's been a bit slapdash in the organisation of it. It's kind of been like I've had an idea about what the kids should be learning, but I'm not trying to like force them into anything or do anything a bit too regimented.
Yeah, it's got to be fun first and foremost.
Yeah, exactly. And the kids who've been there at the moment, they've all been really new to playing pool pretty much. But from next week onwards, just started doing like almost like a grading program, a bit like the belts you get for karate and stuff like that. So actually, because I'm a world snooker coach, they have a program called the white to black program, which is like white ball through to red, yellow, green, brown, blue. And it's different like skills you have to demonstrate and a bit of knowledge. And but at the moment, then none of these kids are they're so early into it that getting them on a full-size snooker table is just going to be a bit too difficult. So trying to come up with something a bit similar for being on an English pool table. That's unlucky again. It's 2 in-offs and 2 shots. So we got kind of I did a trial run of the grade 1 stuff with the 3 kids who were there this week, and they all kind of passed it. So yeah, hopefully it should be going all right. But yeah, need to try and push it from now on. So this should be an easy clearance. Until you get a game on the board, it's always a bit touchy.
Yeah, I discovered your Simon Ayers pool on YouTube the other day. Your fateful trip up to Newcastle on Lyme.
Oh dear, what a success story that was. Oh dear. Well, it was honest, even if it was unimpressive.
Yeah, that's it. It's a realistic account of a typical experience.
Nice little finish there.
So Adam takes the first frame eventually.
That was a nice little finish. Just hitting the ball. I was playing again. I haven't played Joe for a while. I haven't seen him for a few weeks, but I was playing against Adam on Friday afternoon. We've been playing a bit of 9-ball because we're actually going to enter one of the 9-ball tours, on the professional tour. And so we're trying to get some practice in because we're both way out of practice and that. And he was playing really well on Friday. He started off a bit ropey, but once he got going, he was playing really well. I was basically just playing a jump shot every 3 games, and that was it. So yeah, so I'm expecting. I know he took a bit of a hiding last time he played Joe, didn't he? He lost 20 points,
that was in the 19. Challenge 25.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm expecting, if not a closer game, then I'm certainly expecting Adam to. I'd like to see Adam do a bit better, even if he doesn't win. I'm kind of quite neutral, and he's got good friends of both of these two.
Well, we always try and remain neutral, just for good commentary purposes.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
As if I'd ever have an opinion that would be publicly shared.
Well, that was a dry break there.
Yeah, a bit awkward this table actually. It's so hello to Stuart Jones, who's apparently watching the live stream. Adam was chuffed with your message. Oh, that was a tough shot. You see what he was trying there? He was trying to pot an awkward yellow, so he claimed yellows, and thus he's got the cover of the top pocket.
Well, he's not left a shot on for that yellow, but I guess you could just knock a red into it and take the yellows here.
Maybe. It's tough. This is a tricky shot, this one, because if he just rolls this red in, he's going to pot the one in the... Sorry, if he rolls the red that's in the centre of the table up to the yellow over the top corner, the cue ball's just going to sail straight into the middle pocket.
Yeah.
So he needs to play it with a bit of pace.
And there'd be the risk as well if you take yellows and leave a red over the pocket, so...
absolutely. Yeah. So it's one of those things where if he gets yellows to clear the pocket, but then reds are better. It's quite often the case.
Well, things are changing up on the table a bit now with those 2 shots, so maybe time to reevaluate.
Yeah. They're still quite evenly matched, aren't they, the balls on the table? And none of them are very nice.
No, lots of work to do in this frame.
He's got an easy opener on reds, but the cue ball's going kind of towards that yellow on the side cushion, so he's not really going to get a shot on another red. So he's almost looking at playing, I can get through to play the plant up the table in yellows.
Oh, he's just dropped both of them in. No, he didn't want that.
Played that so well. He's giving himself a pat on the back. What a guy. It's basically a bit of an awkward shot here because like you could try rolling this yellow bottom left, but it doesn't really get any advantage if it doesn't. Well, it's really hard to cover the pocket if you miss it because you're going to play it at a certain pace, and you don't really get any advantage anyway. So it's not a bit of a hiding to nothing here.
Yeah, and he needs to develop that yellow. Oh, that's a great shot.
No, he struck that nicely. Good shot. He's a very nice cueist, Joe.
Well, he's got this one to the middle, but how's he going to get to this yellow on the bottom left cushion there?
Yeah, I mean you can land on the one bottom right. You could leave that to you could leave that to your last ball, come off the cushion and kick the black out. But the difficult situation is trying to get on the. Oh, what's happened here? Did he foul? I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, he must have.
Oh, well, I guess we'll never know.
Well, I think we got a little replay. We might be able to see what happened. I think he just touched the ball with his hand there. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, just with his bridging hand.
Weirdly, that hasn't really done much harm because reds are still Not very nice either. It's almost like he's deferred the problem and given it to Adam instead.
Yeah, if you've got an innocent enough look on your face, you could almost use that as a strategy.
Oh,
sorry.
No. What did I do there? Oh, what a klutz. Oh.
Well, that one just hit the back of the pocket and jumped back out.
It's another success story for Supreme winners. Bloody Argos tables.
Oh, they're not the most highly revered playing surface in the industry then.
Well, this is the annoying thing about it. These are Supreme winners are the professional, certainly in the UK, they are the professional tournament table for English pool.
It's just the modelling of those
but
pockets.
they're rubbish.
Yeah.
You look at somewhere like Australia and they're playing English pool and what is effectively a smaller snooker table with like leather back pockets and things like that, and
So there's no bounce when they hit the back.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a cost thing, and you can imagine one of those pool tables probably costs about £4,000 or £5,000 to build, and this is like 1,200-1,300 quid. So you can see why it's cost effective to use these tables. But you think after
you want proliferation for your sport, don't you? You want people to be able to access it, and if you make the tables so expensive,
that's it. But then after 30 years or whatever they've had these tables, you think they'd have figured out how to make the pocket rubbers actually keep the ball in. There's got to be a market for a product there. Replacement pocket backs.
Yeah. Leather backs.
Yeah. If somebody else doesn't get there, I'll get there first.
You could add that idea to your inventory at some point when you've launched. Was it Q? What's the name of your
Q Sports Limited?
Q Sports. That's it. Yeah. Q for Quebec World, and then Q Sports.
Yep.
We'll get all the branding and that sorted out for that soon, and then we can do some proper advertising.
That'd be good. That was a very tough shot he tried there. And he didn't really move the yellow, so I think if he'd have actually got closer to the pot, he wouldn't have been anywhere near the yellow, probably. What about Blackpool tables? We've got some Blackpool tables upstairs. Don't seem to get the bounce out issue so much, I've noticed, but the pockets are cut a bit funny, so I find it depends on what you like, but I find that a lot of balls don't go in down the rails when you think they should go in. I don't know. I guess you could argue that Supreme winner tables are a bit more generous down the rails, where the Blackball tables they give you nothing, which I suppose that depends on what your expectations are for how they accept the balls. If you think that certain shot shouldn't go in, and it does on a Supreme winner, and it doesn't on a Blackball table, you've got two ways of looking at it. Either you look at it that the Supreme winner is a bit too generous, or the Blackball table's cut a bit funny and doesn't accept balls that it should. Yeah,
a bit too strict in that sense.
Yeah, so it can throw you off when you've been on these tables and then jump over to the Blackball tables. They seem quite well made. We've got one upstairs which seems to keep trapping one of the balls in it, which is a little bit annoying, but that's probably just I suspect that's a one-off. We've got 8 tables and all the other ones are fine. It was a little bit of a careless miss, that one. He just didn't quite take his time on that.
Well, Joe's yellows are both set up now, so he's probably going to need to double this black in if he gets onto it.
Yeah. He could try and leave an angle to pot the yellow bottom left. Oh, I suppose he's got that angle now. He could pot it and screw into the black, but he's almost certainly not going to get a decent shot on the yellow in the middle, so he'd be better off potting the one in the middle, leaving the white similarly placed to where it is now if he's going to do that. Well, he's trying it now, but I think it's going to be unlikely to get a nice shot on the yellow. Well, he's actually better off that he didn't hit the black, because if he'd have hit the bottom side of the black,
come
white
down
would
the
have stayed.
table.
White would either stayed there or it would have been leaving a funny shot.
Well, he's going to have to go up and down the table now with this fine cut into the middle.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell from this angle. When I look at the table, it looks like if he pots that in the middle, cue ball's going to hit the side cushion just before the pocket. But when I look at it on the screen, it looks like it's going straight in. So it's going to try and screw off the bottom cushion by the looks of it.
There you go.
Didn't quite get enough backspin into it.
Well, there should be enough for Adam in this position to, I guess, develop the red on the bottom left rail.
Yeah, it's got a couple of minor problem balls here, hasn't he? So he's got the one. It's a bit of an awkward clearance. This, if he's playing anything but the one that's awkward on the cushion, though, he's playing the wrong shot. Because effectively, if he plays that one at the top, he's giving his free shot away for nothing. Yeah,
he definitely wants to use his free shot at this point.
Yeah. That's worked out okay.
Yeah, he could probably come off this one now and maybe collide into the 2 on the right. Oh, he's going to go for the...
I think if I was playing it, I'd pot that one and try and kick the black out and leave myself on one of those 2 reds on the bottom right. They could do the same. Well, so you can do the same thing here. It's a bit more awkward now. You might be able to play top spin and come off cushion, bottom cushion, and kick the black out. Nope. So he's going to try and land on it. It's not crazy difficult. It just means he's going to be playing a shot down the rail or an awkward double. Oh, he's lost the white a bit here. He's a bounce. Oh, this is not nice. He's going to have to play a double on the black in the middle now. Well, I actually got further up the table than I expected, but now it's even more horrible.
It's a good double, though.
Oh, that was such a tough shot from that angle. He's left it, but it's tricky. Because you can't just sail it in. Again, it's another one of those shots where if he just tries to pot it, he's going to pot the cue ball straight in the middle pocket. So he either needs to get a lot of bite into the cue ball and try and screw past the middle, or he wants to play it with top spin and possibly a bit of left-hand side, which is equally horrible. He's going to try and screw past the middle. Good shot.
That's a great effort there. And Joe Hamm makes it 1-1.
Actually, I just turned over and looked at the table and I thought, I've made that sound more dramatic, but then when I looked over at the table, I thought, actually, what am I talking about? It's a lot easier than it looks on screen. Maybe I should look at the actual table more than the televised view.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just get used to looking at the screen because I'm also got a half an eye out on any technical issues, of course. So I rarely look at the table during this commentary.
Yeah, it looked a lot thinner on the screen than it was when I looked over it. I was like, hang on a minute, what am I talking about?
Well, this is Joe Hamm breaking frame 3. And he's got a yellow down.
Very nice little soft cut break there. It's kind of, I mean, it's not, they've separated okay, and yellows look all right, but it's a bit of a, I think if you keep breaking like that, you're going to keep getting little clusters and balls on cushions and things.
I'm just thinking what shot he's got now to take, really. The yellow is covering the red.
If he wants to go yellows, he's got the one by the black.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really lead itself to anything else. I don't know. It looks like the one over the left middle pocket isn't actually that difficult to cut in from there. I know it looks a bit tricky from that angle, but looking at it on the table, it's far enough off. So yeah, he's going to go for reds. So this one actually sails past. But again, this isn't. So now that red that's behind the black's quite an awkward shot to get onto. He's not got an ideal angle on this red in the top right corner either, so he might play one down the table instead. Bottom of the 2, try and screw on and off the side cushion and get into those 2 reds on the bottom of the table. Yeah, it's all a bit funny, isn't it, really? So he plays this one. I don't really see how he can get decent position on the next red. Interesting to see what he actually plays here. I think the best he can do is land on one of the ones kind of near the spot. I suppose he's got a slightly less steep angle on this cut now, so maybe it's a bit better, but I mean, he could go pot this lower one, bit of top spin and check side off the side cushion, bottom cushion, side cushion, and try and kick the yellow and black out the way.
Yeah.
So it's gone through, nearly came off.
Oh, has he got a shot now?
Might be able to pot
I think this red
now
passes the yellow. I mean, he could always screw back off it and try and knock the red over the middle in.
He could do.
He's just going to try and develop them.
Well, that's kind of a good thing he didn't make that pot. I think he was trying to pot the second red off that, but he would have been on a very tough shot on the top right. Mind you, I suppose it would have been one of those ones where if he'd have potted that, could have won them the game.
Well, he's given Adam no easy task coming to the table in this frame.
Yeah, it's a bit of a headache, actually, isn't it?
You
can see one yellow, which is, if he skims off of it, he's effectively developing Joe's awkward red.
Yeah.
Oh, he could. Oh,
he stays out of the pocket.
I didn't think he could see enough of it to do that. It was a bit unfortunate to get the bump off the jaw there. So I'm assuming that red nearest the yellow in the centre of the table didn't go, judging by the fact that he didn't play it earlier. Which means he'd have to pot this one bottom right and try and... It looks quite straight, maybe. Oh no, he's got a bit of angle, so he can like screw in behind it and play it in the same pocket. Oh, he's not hit that well at all. He did hit higher on the ball and hit the ball harder. Stun across. Now that yellow could end up in front of the pocket here.
Unless he pots it and
he didn't
fouls.
Pot the red.
No. So that's a free shot to Adam Humphries, should he choose to take it.
Simon, did I enjoy doing the WPBSA coaching course? I did actually. It was quite fun. So the one that I did was kind of it was like 1.5 days. The first bit was like a 3.5 hour online course, which is about child protection. That was quite heavy actually, but it was really interesting.
You're exposed to some graphic themes, I guess, and ideas. You're like, oh, okay, that's a bit heavy for just wanting to get on and play some, coach some snooker.
Well, it wasn't so graphic as such. It was more about thinking about the situations that could come about that allow people, vulnerable people, and especially kids, to be in positions where they can be subject to abuse. Just being aware of that, and also
making sure you don't leave yourself being able to be accused of such things when you're innocent and people can...
Well, that's what I thought it was going to be, and that wasn't what it was. I thought it was about... I guess I had an expectation. Oh, this needs to... Oh, he might have a chance of getting this off the red, actually. So, yeah, I thought it was going to be a case of this is what you do to make sure you don't put yourself in a position where you can look like you're doing something wrong or something like that. But actually, it was completely the opposite. It was better than that. That was like a really sort of egocentric way of looking at it. And what it was actually about was
protecting the children, not protecting yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it was about you're kind of in a position of trust when you're a coach, or at least the ones who are good at it are. But so you can be uniquely placed to develop relationships with people, and you can be in a position where you can be given responsibility around them, so you have to be careful of that, but also you can be in a position where you can see things that are going on in their lives that aren't actually anything to do with you. So like, I could be in a situation where I'm coaching a child and I develop like a close relationship with them, or an adult or whatever, and then it becomes obvious that they're suffering from some form of abuse at home or something like that. So, and
then what are you supposed to do when you come to that realization? Because that's a difficult thing to deal with, isn't it?
Absolutely. So there is a based on like the Sport England, there is like an escalation mechanism for
a pathway for that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is there'll be certain people who are kind of deemed like in positions of responsibility, where if you've got any suspicions or concerns or anything, you can pass it on to them, and then they'll effectively make sure the right steps are taken to try and look after this person's welfare. But fortunately, I haven't got to that bit. So,
hopefully you'll never really need to lean on that training, I guess. But and so, what was the rest of it like?
Yeah, so so this is only a level 1 course that I did. It was a 1-day 12 till 5 on-site course in Crucible Club in Reading. So So the level 1 coaching course that I've done, I mean, I'm like obsessive about learning stuff anyway, so I kind of knew everything that was on it, plus a load more to some extent. But it was basically about like the WPBSA have what they call a blueprint for. Well, I say I know everything. I knew everything about like the technical aspect of cueing the ball and everything. So they have a blueprint for how they think we should teach people to play snooker.
That was a decent clear up there by Joe
yeah,
to make
nice
it 2-1.
Yeah, I'm talking about myself here. I should be talking again.
No, that's all right. We've just got to try and find a balance of the two, haven't we?
Absolutely. No, so just quickly, so they give you a blueprint for how to get people to effectively hold the cue, address the cue ball, kind of walking into the shot, all this sort of stuff, just to be able to have the best chance at being able to play the game as well as possible. So they taught us how to kind of run through the blueprint of people, and then it was a session on. Effectively, did like. Well, they've also, along with that, they've also got what I mentioned earlier, their kind of white to black program, which is a like a scheme for measuring the development of students or whatever they are. So kind of like the black belt thing.
Breaking frame 4. Sorry there, Simon.
That's right. That looks a good break, actually. These balls are lovely. He was lucky to make the cue ball not go in the side pocket there. It just span out the way before it got there.
It's a beautiful spread there, though.
Yeah, so he's going to be looking at trying to clear up from here. But
what do you fancy? The
I
yellows
think I'd go
here?
Yellows, but I wouldn't be bothered with reds either.
Yeah, you just got the one on the bottom rail to consider,
that's
really.
It, and there's not really a good ball that links to that one. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. This is his first real chance to try and clear up. Oh, that's not a good start. I was going to say, so it'll be interesting to see if he's kind of in the groove for it yet. I don't know how much practice he's been getting in. This is a tricky shot in the middle.
Yeah.
No. It's a nice recovery, but he needs another one. Bottom right.
He's got to play. Yeah, this one down the table.
Ooh, that was unlucky. It was just awkward bridging. I think he had quite a long bridge on that shot. It was probably just enough to take it offline a bit.
Well, likewise, a good chance here for Joe to dish if he can find the groove.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward. He's got a not too bad starter on the top left, but it's not really easy to get on a nice shot afterwards.
Oh, he's put 2 down again.
If he can plant this one into the middle, he's okay. Can't tell if he can see enough of it. Yeah, just quickly, and the other thing in that coaching course was talking about how to actually organise group sessions and getting people involved in it.
Make sure everyone's got something to do constructively.
Yeah, exactly, and just how to keep people engaged and try and get playing games around snooker that isn't necessarily snooker. Because snooker in itself is quite hard, especially when you're beginning. Yeah,
to complete a frame of snooker with 2 amateurs could take all day.
Absolutely. That was a tough shot, that. And he didn't put the cue ball in a great spot either. Somebody scored in something. Will I go on to do level 2? Yes, actually I've got to sort that out this week. Yeah, so I should be doing that in June, I believe.
And what does level 2 cover?
So level 2 is more of the it's like a multi-day on-site course, and I think it's about the real technicalities of sorting out cue action issues and things like that. And I think there's a bit of I might be misquoting. I think there's a little bit of the sort of mental aspect of the game, and also I think there's also a bit like a bit of nutrition or something like that. Which, to be honest, I'm probably the worst person on planet Earth to give any advice on. I live off of Bombay bad boy pot noodles. I shouldn't be telling anyone anything.
Yeah, maybe not have a full English breakfast before you come to play. No. Start having the grease sweats or whatever. With the cue sticking in your hand.
I was supposed to be sorting something out with Joe about sorting a nutrition plan out because he's a nutritionist. He's actually doing that as his degree, but I keep not getting around to it. But somebody gave me a reality check comment in my YouTube channel basically saying if I don't sort my life out, I'm going to die and I'm wasting my time. So
that's a bit of an extreme comment.
Well, I mean, I can't disagree with it, but still kind of sucks to read it.
I was because I've been feeling like inflamed recently, and just reading about there's like different chains of amino acids that are inflammatories and anti-inflammatories, and you're supposed to kind of get like a 2-to-1 inflammatory to anti-inflammatory ratio to get your body and the brain to work properly, and like avoid depression and avoid like inflammation in your organs and stuff.
And just quickly, sorry, this is a key shot here. It's going to go cushion first and try and put the yellow in the side. What a shot.
Excellent effort.
Great
there.
Shot. So I thought it was worth commenting on.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, good finish. Oh, it's a cue ball. Yeah, that was a great finish. It was a bit fortunate. Hey, bow for the camera. Sorry, go on. You were talking about anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, so it's quite easy to fall into like a diet where rather than say 2-to-1 inflammatory to anti-inflammatory amino acids, you can actually get into like a 10-to-1 or 20-to-1 situation, and you're just saturating your body with inflammatory amino acids rather than having a balance, and that can really like contribute to depression and, you know, inhibit serotonin and dopamine release. And
that's interesting. I've really been struggling with I've always been like a bit of an insomniac anyway, which doesn't really help, but I've been really struggling with concentration recently. I find that I can't concentrate for more than a few seconds without getting distracted, and that's why that really hurt me when I was playing that last tournament actually. But so yeah, I think there's something in it. I also found that I've become like intolerant to a load of things I used to eat. Like I can't. Like in the last few years, I've not been able to drink. I used to drink too many McDonald's milkshakes.
Oh yeah, dairy.
I made myself not be able to drink those at all. Joe's looking at me and laughing like his head off. And I can't. But I think the body has.
I think the body has like a lifetime limit of how much dairy you can eat, and if you're foolish, you can rinse your quota of it very early on in life.
Oh, what a result! But now I can't. I found this really nice breakfast cereal just as the lockdown started in 2020, and I went like 2 weeks, and then every time I started eating it, it made me really sick. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, is it 650 without the DBS checks stuff? I think it's right. And I think, but because I've literally just done my level 1 course, I think I don't need to get that renewed, so I can just pay for the normal 650. Yeah, there is something about it. I haven't put a submission in yet. Although I've just paid for. Well, I've just paid for. Adam's just paid for to join the level 1 course, which we were hoping he could get on in March, but it looks like that's all booked up. So he's going to be doing that in October potentially.
Oh wow, that's a big jump.
But yeah, so the level 2 one, I'm not quite sure what the details are, but I think that the guy who runs it, Chris Lovell, I think he has to review your application. I don't think they let everyone onto the level 2 course. I think they have you have to provide some sort of portfolio to show that you're. I don't know the details quite. That you have to provide some sort of evidence to show that you're. You know, you're not just taking the money and run sort of thing. You've actually got like a level of experience in coaching, helping people, and also in the game. So I haven't got round to applying yet, but I better not leave it much later actually, because otherwise that'll get booked up. Yeah,
I guess you want to demonstrate that you are serious about it by getting it done in a timely manner.
Yeah, well, it's not just that. You're effectively a representative of the WPBSA at that point. So I don't want to say the likes.
And Joe's been unable to make sure he potted his own ball there.
That was a tough shot. That was a really tough shot to try and play that. Yeah, so I guess they just want to make sure that. I don't know how to phrase this right. I don't want to say they do have this policy. They're very keen to try and get any and everyone into coaching at some level. But I just think they want to be a bit more. I don't want to say particular, because they're not trying to be particular. It's more about they just want to be careful about who they let to be level 2 coaches. Not about.
I guess because then if you can say you're level 2, that comes with some extra weight to it for you gaining access to people. Yeah,
exactly. And you can be put into more trustworthy positions, and also you're expected to have a greater insight into the game than somebody who's a level 1.
Yeah, I guess they want to make sure that when someone says I'm level 2, that it means something, and people trust that level 2 means something. It's not just something anyone can go and get and then not really demonstrate the knowledge to back it up.
Yeah, I think you can walk straight into a level 2 if you're like an or ongoing tour professional, like a snooker professional or something like that. But I think if you're not, they want to make sure that you've done a level 1, and they probably want to make sure that you're not just rocked up, paid your money, done the course, and now you're a level, and then you're just jumping straight on level 2 without having actually put any practical application into it, basically. Oh well, we're kind of talking about me all the way through this. I've only got 30 minutes, so I better talk about the game, really. He's a bit on I think Joe's yellow, isn't he? So
yeah, he's onto a shot in the middle, left middle bag there.
I think he's looking at playing.
Maybe try and get a snooker.
He's going to try and hit the yellow that's in the middle of the table. I think he's going to leave this red if he plays this.
He's sneaking behind the black.
Yeah, he got a little bit fortunate there. If he'd have hit that ball full ball, I think he might have thought that the white would have stopped there and snookered him on the red. But the white would have kind of crept forward through and left him a shot at cutting the red in. Oh, what an effort that was.
Almost went in.
That was a great effort.
Well, he's been fortunate to leave it in the open a bit as well.
Yeah, I think Joe needs to try and take these out, but it's not the easiest clearance. Well, I'll say that. He's only really got one awkward ball, which is this one down the cushion. Oh, he's left himself a horrible angle on it, though, so he's not going to be playing that now. He's not actually got that great an angle on the one in the side either.
No, being on the cushion, obviously, you can't get under the ball.
He might just push this one that's nearest the cushion down and leave the white snooker, the black snooker in the red, I think. Oh, he's let the white cue. I can't talk.
He's got away with it there.
Let the cue ball creep forward. I think Adam will try and pot this in the side again, probably. Cushion first, with a bit of left-hand side, try and kick it in. Not really going to have a shot on the black if he gets that, though.
Oh, almost kicked it in. And he's freed the black up. And Joe's not really got a shot here.
Yeah, spot on, Paul. Yeah, they want to make sure that you're not just rocking up and saying you've done the course, you're actually putting it into practice. So again, he's looking at playing a snooker. He's not really got a nice shot to play to leave the white. Where he's leaving the cue ball there, he's not really got a nice shot to play, unless he's playing a plant to try and cover the red. And he was doing that. It's a good thing he got it, actually, because he didn't get the white where he thought he was going to. But he's got a great chance to win the frame now.
Yeah, he should be able to come round for the remaining top yellow after this one. Or has he come down a bit far there?
I thought so. It looked like he was cueing that with a touch of left-hand side, which is... I think I would have tried coming off for 2 cushions there. I don't know if he was trying to hold it or what happened there. Should be alright, though. Just needs to cue this nicely. She does. Slightly tricky shot, and that can't just play this like a natural stun shot without hitting the red, so you need to get a little bit more backspin on it, but then you could come through the gap and leave yourself no shot on the black or a really thin black in the middle. You might try and hold the white on the red and push through it for the black. Yeah, that I think he missed that because it was a bit of a funny shot. Yeah. We need a soundproof booth in here. I think he missed that because it was awkward to try and hold for the black. Oh, hello. That's all that 9-ball practice coming in.
Well, that was a nice little finish up there for Adam. Make it 3-2.
Yeah, it was a nice little shot on that yellow. He needed to play like a really soft screw, kind of come above the black, but only literally a couple of millimetres above the black, so the white came back across and left the black in the middle. If he'd have screwed back any further than that, he'd have come kind of level with the black, and then he'd have been trying to cut the black back in the middle. It would have been a horrible shot. So you see why it's one of those ones where you tend to see it when you know it's like an awkward positional shot, and people aren't quite sure how to play it. They tend to miss the pot. You've only got a certain amount of capacity for concentration on any one shot, really. That's why you kind of have to make a decision what you're going to do before you get down, pick a spot on the ball, and then just get down and commit to it and try and pot the ball when you're down and just hope the cue ball lands up where you aimed it.
Yeah, you got to commit to, at least trying to achieve the primary objective, it's just to pot the ball. So otherwise all the positional magic in the world means nothing if you haven't got another shot.
Exactly. This looks another great break.
Yeah.
Oh, is he going to get a shot?
He's got 2 reds down.
I don't know. It looks like can he get this yellow in the middle? If not, he's on nothing really. I think he can just swerve around the black. It's a big pocket where the yellow is. Yeah, there we go. Well, he should be looking at taking these out. Don't leave the white on the side cushion with this one. No, that was straighter than it looked actually. So only real problem ball kind of is the one almost in the centre of the table nearest the red. He's got to play that in one of the corners. And it don't look like it goes, actually from looking at the actual table it looks like it just goes in the bottom right past that other yellow. So could play for it now. It's not going to be very close to it though, probably. Well, God, he got a bit of a result there. I think he can just pot that, just drift past the face of the red, come around 2 cushions, maybe under the. Oh, it's coming straight out the black actually. So, yeah. I think he can pot this one in the corner and just drift around 2 cushions. Oh, wow, he's not even trying it. I don't really understand this, to be honest. What a shot that is, though. What a shot.
Is he on a shot?
I think he's on the one and past the black. He is. It's a fantastic pot, but Jesus Christ.
Making it hard work for himself, isn't he?
Oh, did all the hard work. We love drama around here. Well, that was almost a fantastic clearance.
Well, he had the position after that shot to finish up.
Again, I want to say Joe should be looking at clearing up from here. But the opportunity hasn't really presented itself up until now to get like a decent clearance. So you could see he probably still feeling a bit uncomfortable. I think if I'm doing this, I'm potting the red, top right, just screwing just below the middle pocket, play the next one up the cushion, just accept that I've got to play a difficult shot on that and try and leave myself as good as possible on the one bottom left for the last red in the middle. Try and play the black in the opposite middle. That's a nice shot. Alright, he's got a slightly thin shot on this red. But if he pots this and gets straight on the one bottom left, I think he should be able to clear up. This is all, it's all on this shot really. Doesn't want to lose a cue ball and end up behind the yellow. Oh, he's screwing it. He doesn't want to screw down the table either. Oh. Yeah, that's like a really touchy shot. You have to get a lot of backspin on that sort of shot and play it really softly. Otherwise the white flies up. Well, you hit it quite thin anyway. Otherwise you lose the cue ball there. I think he's left the one over the corner, so unless Adam ends up behind the black, he should be alright.
Yeah, he's played that well.
It's nice. I'm not going to say what should happen because every time I've done that,
you don't want to tempt fate.
Commentator's curse is a real thing.
And nice. Adam makes it 4-2.
great long recovery. His recovery shot was great.
So we are coming up to near the end of this tournament. We've got a week left to get all the matches in. Obviously, Group D's a little bit behind there, waiting for Sam Buckley to get some matches played, but pretty much all the other groups are coming into a close now.
So when did this start? January?
Yeah. Oh, he's got a red and a yellow and a red. A little bit of congestion around the black spot.
Break, but again, the way he's breaking is just... Oh dear, here we go. I'll come back to that in a sec, Paul.
Paul with all the big questions today.
Yeah. So yeah, this isn't the easiest clearance he's got here. Again, the way he's breaking is, I think he's just trying to make a ball, not pot the white, but he's making the game harder for himself because he's not getting the chance he's not giving the table a chance for him to have a good split. Like the way Adam's been breaking, he's more likely to pot the cue ball, so there is an element of risk to it. But when he has had a successful break, they've been so much easier. Oh, this is in, is it?
Yeah.
That's a poor shot. So Simon, with your technical knowledge, what is the single issue that stands out the most with amateur UK pool players? That's a very big field of people. The one that always amazes me the most, actually, which is something, I guess, it always made me kind of stand out above people, which it shouldn't do, I didn't think. Well, it used to, back when I was actually good, not these days, is just ability to cue a ball sweetly and straight. And
to just be consistently down on the shot with that.
Well, it's just to face a long pressure shot or something like that and have a good chance at stroking it in and actually potting it. I guess it's because you can get to a good level at playing pool without having a very good technique. But at some point, if you don't have one, it's going to find you out. And quite often that happens when you're in a big game and you're forced with a shot that you've got to pot to win the match or to win the frame or something like that. And you can always tell the people who've got like a background in a different cue sport, like snooker or something, because, or at least who play it, because they'll get down and they'll back themselves to pot those balls. And quite often people who aren't good, I don't want to say you have to be like a good potter from a Jason Shaw sort of can pot anything all over the table sort of point of view. You just need to be somebody who can, I don't know, can face like a long straight shot and back themselves that they're going to get it 95 times out of 100. It amazes me how missable those shots are for a lot of people. Because when you're a snooker player, a long straight shot like that, you're just like potting a black off the spot.
Yeah.
Really, and it's not really a long shot. There's a lot of tricky shots like potting balls down the rail and stuff like that, and there's some people can't be so. Lack of pre-shot routine. Yeah, yeah, you're right, absolutely right. That tends to be part of the same thing, isn't it? It's about discipline of their technique. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, that's a careless shot.
Yeah, he was in a good. Joe was in a good position there, wasn't he, to take the rest of those reds out.
I think this is Joe's. We're talking technical issues. The thing I need to help Joe work on is his delivery of the cue on backspin shots. It's really got like an anxious cue delivery, and you can see he was just trying to play like a soft screw there, and he just kind of quit on the shot, didn't deliver it. And then of course when you decelerate, you can miss anything. I mean, that was only a foot from the pocket and he missed it by 3 inches, and it's just okay, so Adam's missed that shot
and he's left it right on the cushion
and he thinks it rolled off, which is fair enough, but that's the sort of shot that it's a little bit of pressure on it, and people who are good cueists, they slam those in. And the people who play pool exclusively and never played snooker or anything like that shot's a wobbly shot. Whereas really, you should be able to pot that, screw on and off, screw around the whole table and leave yourself the black in the middle anyway, because it's not that hard a shot. Joe's got a nice little snooker there. Adam's in a bit of trouble here, really. He's going to have to fluke it. Oh, it's a great effort. Off the white. Oh.
Thought the white was going to come and push the yellow into the middle then. There you go. Joe gets the foul anyway.
Yeah, so I guess for me that's what always surprises me. I think once you get above a certain threshold of level for player, that issue disappears. But the players you'll see at like local tournament level, it tends to be they falter a lot on just pressure cueing shots, things that they wouldn't miss when they're just mucking around, or they wouldn't miss that often. When it comes to being under pressure, everything lets them down a bit, I think.
That was a smart little shot there by Joe. He ran out of position, but was able to find a snooker.
Yeah. I don't know if Adam can see this yellow. He could maybe get the white in behind the black here. I think if he leaves the white on the right side cushion, it doesn't really leave anything. Joe's right next to me. He's going to do well to hold the cue ball here. He's not even trying it.
Just going for a snooker again.
He's been a bit fortunate there. He could have screwed his own red up there. So again, this is the sort of shot, right? I would actually back myself to pot this yellow. And Adam sailed it in. It's a great shot.
It's a bit unlucky with the position and with the cue ball on the cushion there.
Yeah,
but
I had to trust the luck and just strike through the ball. But so yeah, I would back myself to pot that shot. And this one. That's unlucky. So he played that a little bit tentatively. I think because it's quite close to going in off. But those shots, they come up a lot. And when you see really great players, when it comes to a shot like that, they back themselves and they go for it. And I think there's and they get them most of the time. And I think the players who aren't quite as sound cueing the ball, because that's not that difficult a pot from a sort of picking the potting angle point of view. It's a difficult pot because it's all about how well you deliver the cue. Yeah, you could be right. It's like an anxiety thing, I think. I've been trying to get him to slow his backswing down and his follow through, and he does that most of the time. But when it comes to a screw back, I think maybe he's gripping it too tight because he doesn't believe he can get the action on it he needs to. That was a nice shot. That was good. He got back up and reset himself. He's not fancying it though.
That is an important shot. He's 4-2 down here, so.
So he threw a quick one in there.
Well, he's not left it easy to pot for Adam at least.
So that's the sort of shot you just want to nice and smoothly accelerate through the ball, backspin, and just kill the white. I think he felt like if he could play it with topspin, he would have potted it, but because he had to play it with backspin, and he didn't think he could get enough on it, and then he just, it's another good shot. You can just see it in the way he delivers the cue on those sort of shots. He didn't think he could hold the white without really kind of jabbing it, and that's I need to spend some more time with him, really. I've only had a couple of sessions. Just that's like a self-belief thing, I think. But you're right, Paul, that could be a consequence of him maybe gripping the cue too tightly. I'll have to go in 15 minutes.
Sorry?
I said, I'm going to have to go in 15 minutes. It's
All right,
getting
okay.
to be a good game. Yeah, do you know what it is? I was trying to do my own stuff last year, so I took a part-time job doing some delivery driving, and now I've got like a contract that's paying me like really well, but I can't quit this bloody delivery job because I can't get any other fucking drivers.
So they're desperate for you.
Oh dear, it's my head in. Another good break there from Adam. So all right, okay, it's a bit more difficult than the previous few, but they've just spread better. Even reds aren't. Well, I say even reds aren't that bad. They're not that great. He hasn't got an opener, but you're just giving yourself more opportunity to potentially win the game in one visit by hitting the balls more positively. I don't know if he's got an opening shot here. He might have to play a plant on the red. Doesn't look like any of the yellows go.
Yeah.
He would prefer to have yellows. I was sighting down a 3-ball plant. That'll be the one.
Well, he goes for the reds. He's got some work to do.
I think if he could double this red in the right side pocket, he's going to try and get this in the corner. Oh, I didn't know that was on. I think if he could have doubled the one inside, he might have had a chance to open the whole game out there. So yellows have got one awkward yellow. Looks like he can pot this one to the bottom right. So from where I'm at, it looks like he can pot that one bottom right, kind of do like a stun screw shot off the side cushion, a bit of right hand side, and then kick the yellow out and push it towards the right middle pocket. But I don't know if he feels like he could play that shot. Oh, that was a tricky little shot. It was a twitchy shot, that one. And he didn't really leave himself on anything either.
Well, he could have. It would have been better to take the yellow just above the middle right pocket there into the middle, but he could have taken that up the.
Oh, that's a good
up
pot.
the table, I
get
guess.
A nice result. No, not really. You might be able to play thin off this red and stick him on the 2 reds, but he's covered the pocket, so it's not too bad. Joe feels like Joe's struggling a little bit here. I think he needs to
just thought another obviously in these, it's a race to 11, so there's potentially 21 frames. This frame, if he wins or loses, it'll be 8 frames in. Be a good opportunity just to go and refresh yourself for a couple of minutes and just regain some composure. You don't have to keep fighting on relentlessly. You can take an opportunity to insert an intermission and
exactly, that might be the best thing for him. I think he's just a bit that was careless. Got a kick apparently, so but, he's got an opportunity now. What he really needs is he just needs an easy clearance. Just needs to try and pot a few balls and get his arm going again, and that's not the greatest of starts. But that's what happens when you're kind of out of the groove a bit. You can, to be fair though, actually now I come to think of it, he wasn't really going to get a decent result playing it like that anyway.
That's not too bad. The yellow's a bit close to the cushion really with those plants. It's always a problem.
I know he's playing a straight in double, but I wouldn't have fancied that. I think I'd have tried playing that yellow bottom right, coming twice across for that one. But yeah, again a similar sort of shot there. He's just not quite getting the bite out of the cue ball. So he should have been coming up through the gap of those 2 balls, but it was a bit of a dead hit. I think if that's anything that he needs to work on, aside from maybe the mental side of the game, it's just it's just getting a nice strike on the white ball, because you've got so many more shots available to you when you can get more out of the cue ball. And it just makes the game so much easier. You can play positional shots that other people can't. This looks good. Around the back of the black. Oh, that's not too bad though.
You can take this into the middle.
It's all been a little bit uncontrolled, but hopefully relax him a bit if you can drop this one in. That was the trouble. He's just under it a bit at the moment. It's another one of those shots. To be fair, Yeah, to be fair, he wasn't going to pop the white or anything, but it's just one of those ones where it's like a soft cut shot and it's just a bit of a twitchy one of view. You know, they're just the sort of shots that when you're not feeling it, you can make a mess of them.
Well, Joe's got a chance to kick this in if he can get to it. Win was it the Supreme Pockets have kept the cue ball out there?
I was just going to say before he beat me to it, I was just going to say he was coming this way rather than off the 2 cushions. He was quite likely to pop the cue ball, but got a bit of a result there.
Those rubber-backed pockets.
That's a lovely pot. Guess he just pushed this over the corner pocket and leave the white there. Ooh. I'm surprised he kicked that up the table so much. So he's just basically going to have to try and get a solid hit on the 8 ball and fluke it. I can't tell. Actually, looking at the table, it don't think he can hit the side cushion above the middle pocket. So he's got a very small window to hit the 8 ball if he's coming 1 cushion off the right side, because he can only effectively hit 1/2 of the ball. I think I'd try going 2 cushions and coming in behind it if I was playing this shot, because you kind of got the black in your eye line. So about, I don't know, 8 inches below the middle pocket. Yeah, that was really difficult going 1 rail. So if that red wasn't there, he'd have hit the black. It was just masking the side of it off.
Well, Adam's got all 3 reds down the end of the table now, so he shouldn't have much to do with this cue ball.
Oh, he's lost the white. That's careless.
Just like to say thank you, Paul, for the compliment. Yeah, we certainly try our best to provide a engaging and insightful experience on these streams. That's a great double there. I say that's his 9-ball game.
Yeah, it's good to see actually, because he's backing himself to win the game. It's very easy to get in a sort of mindset when you mess a shot up like that, where you think, I mean, it was a risk. You think, okay, I'll just play another snooker, and then you're kind of hoping the other guy leaves you another shot or doesn't fluke the 8 ball or stuff. But he's effectively saying, look, I'm going to try and take the ball by the horns. Went for that. Oh, that was good. He's happy with himself.
Well, Adam's made that 6-2 now, so he's over halfway towards victory. Hopefully, Joe can
set the balls up. That's a good thing about blackball tables, actually. If you lift the little cloth thing that dangles over the slot where the balls are, if you flip it up, it actually shows you the order the balls are in case you have a brain dead moment.
Well, this is frame 9, Joe Hamm to break.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a nice break there. He's unlucky not to get anything down.
Okay, but at least he gave himself more of a chance.
Yeah.
It's very hard. If you're going to play a soft break on the cut break as well, you're almost saying that you're going to play a conservative game, which suits some people. But no, I wouldn't have thought that Joe was really a fudging sort of player. He's more a go for his shots, potting sort of player. But so's Adam. But so I like that he's changed his tactic. He wasn't really getting any great results out of that.
I just had an idea for you for your new burgeoning pool business.
Yeah.
You know, like the bowling where it racks the pins for you.
Oh yeah.
Have a breaking table where it just continuously racks a rack for you, so you could just practice your breaking relentlessly.
Believe it or not, I've seen a Chinese 8-ball table that does that.
Oh, aye.
Right, all the balls go underneath, and it effectively has like a cantilevered arm. So all the balls land up inside the triangle, and then the cantilevered arm like flips the balls over the front of the table and lays them in position.
Nice.
I can't. There also used to be some sort of thing for like, what was it called? I can't remember what it's called now. There's a weird rack for American pool that it was like you used to roll the balls in and then you like pressed it down and it squeezed all the balls together. But these things never bloody work. That's the trouble.
Yeah, how often do you go to a bowling alley and get frustrated because it's not racking your pins properly, and you're like, to the manager.
They never rack them tight, do they? Have you noticed there's always massive gaps between the pins?
Yeah.
Never get a tight rack there.
That's my excuse anyway.
That's probably good for me. If they racked them tight, I wouldn't hit any of them.
Yeah, it reduces the surface area to hit, doesn't it?
Exactly. Well, another shout out to Stu Jones, the man, the myth, who's actually his lovely son Josh has been one of the people, one of the kids come into the kids academy.
So he's a supporter of it. So you need those early adopters, don't you? Especially something new, like to have a few people regularly turn up. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I think he's enjoying it, but I think Josh only says about 6 or 7 words in a weekend, so it's hard. It's hard to know for certain, but he seems to be enjoying himself. He could be really good. He's got an absolute natural cue action. Damn those people who are naturals. It took me God knows how long, many hours to get as good as I was.
And some punk kid turns up and just like, oh yeah, this is what I do.
Not fair, is it? There's a guy who, I don't know if you ever met him, who plays up here, Stuart Berry. And I grew up with him, and he was just born textbook cueist. He's just set up perfectly from day one. And even when he was a little kid, he was just absolutely unbelievable. He's still the most, aside from like the likes of Ronnie O'Sullivan, he's still the most naturally talented player I've ever met. Shame he has. He's a real underachiever, really, but life gets in the way, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a bit of a funky shot he's got on this yellow. I don't know if he can cut it. So it looks
unless he might just take the opportunity to develop a ball and get a snooker at this point.
So he's going to try and cut this in the corner, which is a tough shot. Oh no.
No, he's taken the...
Oh, I don't like this. It's a bit of a negative mindset he's got going on there. As opposed to Adam, who could have been more blasé if he tried.
There could be something said for having a plan B though, a game B if you're struggling to pot, then to go and switch up your game and go right. I'm gonna.
Yeah, but you can play safety in two ways. You can play safety to not lose the game, and you can play safety to leave yourself in a position where you're going to win the game. And the shot that he played there, it was just a case of there's nothing wrong with playing a snooker if you don't feel like you could. I mean, it's the right shot if you don't feel like you can clear the table, but it was almost trying to obfuscate the red with his yellow. What he should have been doing was leaving the table with his yellows
in a better position.
Because I always operate on the assumption that if you snooker somebody, they're going to get out of it.
Yeah, so at least you should use that shot not just to put them in a snooker, but also to develop your next visit to the table and give yourself that better chance to run out with it.
You want to be one shot further ahead in the game. You just that's another thing I sometimes see with people who've got it is a negativity thing, is that they'll just roll up to a ball. Well, unless you've got an absolutely guaranteed snooker, that's not really benefited you that much.
Yeah, and how often like I watch here where someone will play like a safety shot, but they roll one of their object balls tight into the middle of a cushion or something, and then it's like, how do you progress from that?
So if I ever play a snooker, I try and, as much as possible, I try and play a snooker and something else. So I try and develop a ball, or I'll try and cover a pocket, something like that. Try and if you base playing snooker on the assumption that the guy's getting out of it, then you're trying to, the main objective of the shot isn't the snooker then.
No.
It's to try and
the snooker just stops them from having a shot.
Yeah. You're just deferring the problem by a shot, basically. If the guy's got his balls over a pocket and you play a snooker and then he gets out of it, I mean, then you're just in trouble. So you need to make sure that when you come to the table, you're in a better position than you were before the snooker. This is a great effort. What a shot. He's played some bloody shots today, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Bit of a pressure pot, this one.
And when someone's got, that in their arsenal, it makes it hard to try and win the scrappier frames because they can just pull out one of those doubles or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And that's also why he's right by the table. Yeah, when you're playing against a shot maker, this needs to go in off the white. Then you that's when it's doubly important that you play positive safety shots, because so Joe came to the table there. The cue ball was at the end of the table.
That was a gift, really. Another chance for Joe at the table.
Yeah, so and he was faced with difficult yellows, but if he'd have played a different shot. What you're describing is what I call being pool savvy. Yeah, I think that's exactly it. I think it is a mindset, isn't it? You have to try. I always consider it. You're trying to race the other guy to getting on the black. As soon as the other guy's on the black, it almost doesn't matter how difficult it is. You never really want to give him a shot on it because it'll go in.
Yeah, there's a chance it will go in somewhere.
Exactly. So you need to move all your pieces into position as quickly as possible. Obviously, you don't want to gift the game away. But I'm always of the opinion if I can. Mind you, I'm sort of hyper aggressive in the way that I play. But I was going to get my balls ready to go as quickly as possible.
Well, Joe's on the black. He needed this frame. If he can put this black down, then
there is an element of patience to it as well, though, of course. So, but Joe was fortunate to win that game because Adam had a couple of really good chances to win it.
Yeah, it was a really soft miss on that black for Adam, wasn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, that I've said this before on the commentary. I think the table rolls a little bit towards that middle pocket and that sort of direction. And also the one in the middle of the table, that was a tricky shot. But that was the sort of shot that I was saying about earlier, where I would back myself to pot that. I'd put everything into potting that ball, and I would commit myself, and I would have enough belief in my own technique that I can sail that ball in. And just rushed it a little bit.
Well, this is frame 10 with Adam Humphries to break.
I'm going to have to run off after this game, I think, but unfortunately.
It's a solid break there. He's got a red down.
I was going to say that was a good break, but that red has just gone on the right side cushion. Is
tucked up that awkward. Yellow. Yeah. And he's
I think I prefer
got a shot on that.
Yeah. It doesn't really have a red.
No, he's got a yellow into the left middle bag. And so that does give him one more opportunity.
Yeah, he's going to have to try and
develop the yellows.
I don't know if potting this ball does him any favours right at this moment. Oh, well, I didn't get it anyway. The next shot, I guess he was maybe playing the one down the rail to leave himself on the yellow in the middle of the table, bottom right. But, I suppose that might have worked.
Joe needs to make sure he tackles this problem red early on. I guess that's another common issue I've noticed since doing these streams is some players don't get on their problem balls early enough in the frame.
Yeah.
That problem's never going to go away, and the sooner you deal with it, the sooner you can have a plan to finish up the frame. Attack.
Yeah, I think on players who aren't so confident, there's a tendency to almost think I'll pot a couple of balls and then just hope something magically appears. Or I hope by some miracle I land on this ball in such an angle that I'm going to develop that ball, rather than kind of making it happen. It's almost a bit of I'll just pot a couple and see what happens. Sort of.
Yeah, and it never happens. It never works out that way. But he's got a good opportunity here now to cut this red in and roll down onto that. Oh, he's doubled it, and he's pushed the yellow out of the way. That's a good shot.
Nice shot, but this is a really tricky shot here. So
he
needs to play this with tons of right-hand side and try and get the joint between the red and the black. Yeah, he didn't play that with any side. He needed the side to spin it into the black and red.
Well, he's got a bit of a strategic advantage here now. He's covering the pocket in a sense. Adam's got that yellow near the black to deal with.
So if Adam does play a snooker here, again, he wants to be playing it in such a way where he leaves the ball in a better position than it was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's marginally better.
Yeah. It's actually formed the basis of the snooker there.
It's worked out all right. I don't know if he's going cushion first or trying to hit it direct. It's not worked out very well for reds because I think you can get all the yellows now. I mean, it's awkward to land on that yellow, but it goes in the middle. Oh, he's quit on this delivery, but it's dropped. Yeah, unfortunately, I think he needs to play that yellow by the black as his last ball, doesn't he? But it's going to be really awkward to get on. I think if he can pot this one, then the one down the rail, leave himself a kind of 3/4 ball shot on the yellow, he can maybe sail past the black and off the bottom cushion. He's got a very small margin for error about where the cue ball can land on in this shot. I think that might be why he missed the pot. He actually was in the right place there as well. He actually got a good position. Threw a bit of a quick one in there as well.
Well, Joe's got to get out the snooker. It'd be a good opportunity to at least disturb these two reds.
That's not bad, actually. He's tied the yellow up a bit. I think it's about as much as he could have asked for there. I wonder if that yellow on the bottom cushion will go in past the red.
I think it would, yeah.
No, he's not going to try it. So guess he's leaving the white on the side cushion. No, it's gone up the table.
Well, this will force Joe to bring the red down the cushion. He could probably get a plant in from this if he...
Yeah, that was a weird shot, that. It was almost a case of, you know what, I'm just going to let you deal with the problem sort of shot. You know what I mean? It was a bit of a nothing shot, really. Got his ball off the cushion, but actually, if anything, it's in the worst spot.
Yeah, it's just below the black now, so it's covered by the red. And Joe can pop that red, but he really wants to, if he's going to go for it, he really wants to come off the cushion and come into this, the red by the black. Is he going to just try and take the pocket? No. Well, Adam's on this yellow now.
Yeah, it looks like he can chip it in the side pocket.
Yeah.
Don't know if he can play it without fouling. The cue ball looks like it goes straight in the top left corner as well. So yeah, he didn't try it.
He hit a cushion then, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cue ball come off the bottom right.
Yeah, again, Joe's in a bit of a funny spot here. Really wants to open one of... if he planted those reds down to the bottom cushion, he could open one up and still keep the black covered, but... Oh, that was a nice little nudge on the yellow there. Good shot. Just a little, just starting to go into a more open position now.
Well, if Joe's going to go for this red now, he really needs to come and cannon into these two. He's got the angle for it, I think,
so
isn't he?
He's looking there as if he pots this red and comes off the cushion and hits that red, can he develop it all? And I don't think he will. I think the black will stick on the yellow and the reds will still kind of be a bit tied up. Yeah, like that. I think he didn't quite understand what was going to happen there.
He probably just wants to skim off the right-hand side of this top red. Just bring the cue ball down the table.
Yeah.
Try go for another snooker. Might push the reds a bit further apart.
Yeah, a tricky situation from here, really. He's just looking at whether he could play the plant, I think. It's not much more difficult than the actual playing a safety shot, to be honest.
That was a relatively decent shot there, I think.
No, it's not bad for a containing shot, is it?
Yeah, I don't think there's a pot on here.
No, I think Adam could chip this yellow away from the middle pocket and not really leave a red. Oh no, he's left the white right on the side. I think he can cut this in, you know. Not that not that it necessarily does him a lot. I mean, if I was playing this shot, I'd be chipping that red in and trying to get a crazy amount of backspin on and screw off the side cushion and try and kiss the other red. Or I'd be trying to go around 4 cushions. But I do play like a psychopath sometimes, so maybe that's not the right choice of shot.
Yeah, it might be worth just stunning this red on the bottom cushion and leaving the cue ball there.
If you can leave the white in a place so it covers all the yellows, yeah, that was the trouble.
Yeah.
So it was a really small window on that cushion where he was covering the yellows.
You almost needed to kiss to bring the cue ball back up into the red.
Ooh. Well, Joe lives to fight another day. Similar situation though. He's got a very small area on the table beneath that red and black where he can leave the cue ball. Well, actually, if he's got a total, is it? No, surely not a total snooker. I think he can hit the right, the one near the black, can't he? He might be able to just nudge through the black and leave the white stuck to it. It's hard to tell.
Oh, that's a good shot.
No, I think he's left the yellow in the left middle.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's really touchy, that one. Oh dear, I'm supposed to be starting in 3 minutes. Maybe I should disappear. That's a careless shot, but he's come out not too bad. He's a good angle on the last yellow. They get on the black. Well, actually, doesn't really. I suppose he could leave the white right where the yellow is. Oh, that's all right. Anyway, so just pop this yellow. Just nudge the red to the cushion. I should have a reasonably decent shot on the black. Yeah, that was a little bit of inexperience from Joe there, I think. Just wasn't quite sure what to do, I think. He looks sad.
Well, the match isn't over yet, but Adam has restored his 4-frame lead.
Right, I'm going to have to disappear, but thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you for joining us, Simon. And I'll catch you on the next one, maybe, at some point.
I'm sure I'll be around somewhere. Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
All right, cheers. So that was Simon Ayers joining us there. Always provides excellent insight and commentary. And now he's just stuck with me. I'm sorry about that, but I'll do what I can. I think these lads will take an intermission. You're watching Rocket Rackers TV. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay informed of any future matches. We haven't got one lined up yet, but Challenge 21 will be coming to the group stage will be coming to an end soon, so we will have some knockout stage matches to bring you, including the Cup and Plate finals. We'll try and get some quarters and semis in as well. Yeah, well, the winner of the Cup gets £400, the runner-up £200, so there'll be £600 up for grabs on the Cup final day, and £200 up for grabs on the Plate final. As you can see, Matthew Moulsdow and Dan Hemphill of Group C are already through. Just another little look at the group stage here. So Group A, we've just got one match left to go. That's Justin Ware versus Peter Borum. I know Justin has been trying to organise that, so I think that'll be happening over the next few days. We've got 2 matches left to go in Group B. Brandon's got Luke to play, and Jamie's got Luke to play. This is frame 11, Joe Hamm to break. Well, he's got a red down. I'm not sure what he's got a shot on here, though. So that leaves the table open. And Adam doesn't really have a shot here either. I mean, he might be able to play a yellow into the middle. Or is he just going to try and defer the problem to Joe? Well, maybe Joe can knock a red into a yellow. I mean, he can take this yellow across into the bottom right pocket. That's a good shot there. So we can either try and just come through this yellow a little bit and he can pick off the bottom yellow, or he's got a choice of 2 into the middle. Just where that angle's going to take him now, off this yellow into the middle. And there's a goalkeeper in there again. This problem, these middle pockets just seem a little bit shallower in the back. And this is going to bring the cue ball into the yellows if he doesn't screw out of it. Well, he's done quite well there. Adam's cueing quite confidently at this stage. Well, looks like it might be a little bit difficult to be on a pot for this black from here. Looks like he's considering having to double it. And he's missed the pot. Well, maybe a good chance for Joe to split these yellows up and snooker Adam, even though the red is over the pocket. I'm going to play it into this pack with a little bit of purpose, but he's going to bring this yellow off the cushion in the middle. Has he doubled it across? Oh, he's got the snooker. And he's left that yellow more potable. Well, that's a free ball there for Joe. It's a great chance here now to develop the rest of these yellows. If it were me, I'd be looking to split these three up near the bottom. And Joe's going to use his free shot to pop this red. Bit of an odd choice. Well, you can pick off these three yellows one by one. Of course, potting that red does leave Adam on the black, which isn't over the pocket. So Joe's got to keep attacking here. Oh no, he's got nice and tight on that yellow. And he's left his yellow in a good position. And he's got the foul. Oh wow, he's left. Joe's got the free shot, but he's left the black over the pocket. So Adam's got quite lucky there. I want to take the free shot just to improve these two near the black spot, or lift the yellow nearest the black up the table towards another pocket. Yeah, that's what you want to do. Get that yellow away from that cushion. Make sure he leaves himself on a shot afterwards. Oh, he's potted it. That's not what he wanted. That was very unfortunate there. He wants to try and cut the root off. If he gets a snooker, he's got to also cut the root off for an easy kick. Now, he may have got the snooker, but he's put his yellow in a more difficult position there. Adam can just do this, but oh wow, he's. I think this is a good. If Joe can try and draw the cue ball back towards the black, maybe. I don't know. I think that's as well. Adam can still try and kick this in if he comes up and down, but he's going to have to be careful because it's quite a tight angle. He's going to be fearful of hitting the knuckle at the top. Oh, and he's put the white down, which is the best place for it as far as Joe's concerned. That's a good shot. He's on the right side of these two. And that's worked out nicely. And Joe's got himself onto the black. It's sat over the pocket. And he's made it 7-4. He's not out the woods yet, but Adam's not won this just yet. We're 11 frames in. It's Adam Humphries 7, Joe Hamm 4. Let's go back to that group overview. Looking at Group C, that's the group we're in. We've just got Matthew Moulsdown versus Dan Hemphill to determine who is king of the hill. And then in Group D, we've got Sam Buckley. He's got a few matches to play. Hopefully he can get them in this week. It does require pretty much all of his opponents being available though. There's a foul break there by Adam. He got 2 yellows down, but he put the cue ball down as well. Yeah, I'm not sure what the case is with Sam there. This has been running on for a couple of months now. These aren't the biggest matches, only race to 11. Not like the Challenge 25 where you've got to complete 25 frames, regardless of if you lose 13-0, you've got to keep going. Well, Joe's trying to reposition a yellow there. And you might be looking at the reds now. No, he'll take these yellows. Oh, he's just a bit unlucky there. And that red's rolled across. And he's played a nice plant. Is he on a shot? Might have to hope that one of these reds don't get in the way. Oh, he could deflect off the yellow. Oh, he almost managed it. Well, all of these reds go. This might be a good red to bring the cue ball across and down the table. With this red on the top left rail, which he's done. Adam's got himself in a good position. Oh, well, he's knocked the yellow out of the pocket. There's the white. Oh dear. Just wants to drop this one in, leave himself a nice angle on this red. He's not dug into it enough. He might be better off aiming to run up the table and take the black into the middle left pocket, which he's done. Oh, and he's bottled it on the black again. What did he do? Just jump up a bit too quickly on that shot. I'll get another peek in a moment. He just didn't seem to line it up well enough, I don't think. Well, this is a shot here for Adam. He'll definitely take it. And he's bagged it, and it's 8-4. That was a bit of a soft safety attempt there by Joe. He just didn't get the cue ball. Well, this is frame 13, Joe Hamm to break. He's only coming in off the side of this balk line. Oh, and he's cut break it. So he's not hit the head ball there. He's kind of hit the second rope, and it's resulted in a dry break. A bit of an awkward spread. And Adam was just saying he got a kick on that black. Well, he's going to have to take a red up to this top right pocket. He'll be over a red into the middle, but he's going to have to develop the one below the black. That's his problem child. And the angle for this, well, yeah, he's going to have to take the one down to the bottom left now. Wow, a little bit more power and he would have been able to take that into the middle right. It's the only ball he can hit. He might just try and kick it off the cushion. Yep. Can he send it towards the middle? Oh, he got a kick off the yellow. Oh, Joe's got some work to do here. He's got these 3 yellows by the bottom left cushion. So if he takes this top yellow into the top left and he leaves himself the one over the middle, he could give himself an angle to come down into these 3 yellows. Oh, has he just got 2? Well, that might still work. He might have to go off the bottom cushion. Definitely wants to make sure he gets this one in. Well, he shifted the red. And he's put it over the middle. That's not ideal. But he might be able to get a snooker here. He just pushes this bottom yellow up into the middle of the table. Leaves the cue ball where the yellow is. And he's got the 2 shots. These yellows are looking much better now. He picks up the cue ball and takes this top yellow into the middle left bag. He can get himself over the top of these 2 yellows on the left. Or does he think he could take it into the right? Is he looking to take his free shot and just develop these two? Wow, it's not ideal. You never want to leave it in the middle of a cushion. If he takes this bottom right, he will have the ability to take it on as a second shot. And he's got just enough angle to make sure he comes away from the cushion. Well, I don't think Adam can get to the red over the middle. But he has got a shot with the middle red up to the top right pocket. Wow, there's a good chance here for Joe now. He'll drop this one into the middle. It'll be over the top of the highest yellow afterwards. I think the black passes that red into the middle there. So he just wants to see if he can hold the cue ball up to take the yellow into the middle. Wow. That's not really where he wanted the cue ball. He does have a shot up to the top right pocket. No, he needs to take it up to the top right, I think. Not sure there's a path into the middle. Let's try the double. Well, I think Adam's only shot is this red in the middle of the table to either top pocket. And try to take it to the top left. So Adam failed to hit a cushion. And Joe just needs to roll this down. There's a little bit of no man's land there between two shots. The cue ball's going to go towards the middle pocket, so he's just got to be careful now. It's a great shot, and he's made it 8-5. So I need to adjust the table, but I will do once the groups have finished. But in Group B, it is because it's head-to-head when the points are the same. It will be Ricky Goodwin tops Group B. This is frame 14, Adam Humphries to break. It's a solid break there. We've had two yellows go down. Obviously, you can hear the music's kicked up in the pool hall. Hopefully, I don't get a copyright infringement for that from YouTube. No, I think this table's still open. Oh no, Adam took yellows, didn't he? Joe's just looking to see if he can take this red on early. He's got to make sure he leaves himself a shot on afterwards, though. Not sure what the plan was there. Maybe he can take one up to the top left pocket. Well, this is Adam's problem yellow. And he's got it in. That was a good shot there. But he didn't leave himself with anything simple to play afterwards. He's lucky he's able to leverage these doubles, as Joe hasn't really found himself in any sort of flow in this match so far. Against a more predatory player, he would be punished for relying on the doubles. These are all set up for Joe here. We'll take the middle, we can take the bottom one. We just needed to hold the cue ball up there. He's just let it roll forward. Just leaves him awkward to try and maintain positioning. And of course it's a difficult shot as well. One grace as he's pushed this yellow on the cushion, but that makes it rollable down the cushion. Yeah, as Simon says in the chat there, it is a tough game for Joe. It has been from the start, really, I think. Don't know whether it's being on the camera. Of course, it does have a subtle effect. And that was a very confident shot down the rail there by Adam. Has left himself perfect on this black. Oh, and he's just gone and missed it. Joe can take a red into the middle. He just wants to get the cue ball to follow through We'll take the red nearest the black spot into the right middle pocket there. He's going to go for that one into the middle. He took the cue ball away. Might fancy going for the red on the right side. It's a good shot. How's this red? That's worked out quite well. He just wants to screw back up the table a little bit here. And that's worked out well when he's on this black. He's got a good chance now to make this 8-6. And he takes it. So here's Joe finding a way back into this match. He's managed to win the last 2 frames. He's only 2 frames behind now. Just no next. I think the camera's quite straight. But Joe's rack is a little bit skewed, and he does go for the cut break. He's managed to put a red and yellow down there. It's quite a reasonable spread here. He's got shots on reds and yellows, and all the reds and yellows go. Maybe yellow's easier than the reds. Just want to drop this in, leave the cue ball down there. You can take the bottom yellow on then. Oh, he's come across. I think he can get to this bottom yellow still. Well, he's left it in the way of a red at least. The work is for Adam. Adam will probably take a plant into the middle now. Oh, we'll just take that straight in. Now we could use this shot to knock this yellow out. That's well played. Is he on a shot though? I think, well, it looks tight. You might have to cut the one on the right. Of course, it's trying to hold the cue ball up. Can he get back onto... Yeah, he didn't feel confident he could get back onto a shot. Or not snooker himself if he cut that one in. Well, Adam's got a double here. He likes to take them. And he's got himself perfectly on this red on the bottom. Now can he find a path to the black? I think he could pot it in the top right pocket. Just keeps the cue ball there. think we've seen consistently Adam is first to get to the black. And generally he's been quite good at potting them. He's given Joe a few frames, I think, by missing on the black. But he's made it 9-6 now. And just a little shout out for Simon and Adam's Junior Q Sports Academy. Runs from 10 till 12 on Saturday mornings. It's £10 per session. As you heard from Simon, he's a WPBSA accredited coach. So if you'd like to get the young ones proficient in Q Sports, then that could be a worthy activity for them. Now, Adam's got a fantastic spread on these. He's got all the yellows on one side, all the reds on the other. But it was dry other than the cue ball. Oh, Joe's got a red into the bottom left. Oh, and he's left the table open. Of course, Adam will take these reds. Just got to be careful as he nudges these around, not to stitch himself up. Wow, there's a bit of vanilla on that. Gonna try this plant. Oh, and he's put the cue ball down. Well, Joe's got two yellows on this bottom left cushion here that he needs to deal with sooner rather than later. Use this shot now, yeah, just to... How's he going to deal with them? That's a wise choice. He's cleared the pocket. He's developed one of those yellows. You might have hoped for the red not going down, but such that it is. And he's still at the table. Let's pull out a good long yellow now. And he has. Same pocket, maybe. Only fancy the one just over the top left there. And he's just opting to leave the cue ball on the bottom cushion. Adam does have a shot here. It's a fantastic effort. Well, this is really going to take the cue ball away. And he's managed to hold it up brilliantly. Well, he's a little bit cute on this black. But he's put it down and he's on the hill on 10-6. So Adam really took an opportunity there. Not an easy shot with the cue ball tight on the bottom cushion. But he made work easy for himself by taking that bottom red first. This is frame 17. Joe Hamm to break. He's got a yellow down. He's got a red down. He's got a bit of an awkward spread. He's got a shot on a yellow and a red. Might fancy reds here. Will it drop? Yes, it will. Oh, he's going to have to take a plant. Oh, looks like he's run out of steam here. Maybe he can deflect off the middle red down onto the bottom red. Try and develop it towards the pocket. I think that's what I would do. He's trying some double plant action. Adam still has that yellow to develop at least. Joe's got to win every single frame here now. And Adam's proving that he can't be easily left in a bad position. He can pull out some shots. Wow, he's pushed one of his yellows over onto the cushion there. Adam can probably cut away this yellow now. But he's not going to go for it. He's going to leave it for Joe to deal with. Now if Joe got a deflection off this red here, he could cannon into the yellow and bring the red into the pocket, which he's done. That was an excellent effort. He's just been unfortunate to leave the red on the bottom cushion. Maybe he can kick it in. It will require something magnificent here to pot this and get onto that red. Adam's moving through these yellows very confidently. He just wants to drop this yellow into the middle bag. Oh, he's put something on it and he's taken his positioning away. That's maybe the one saving grace for Joe in this frame. But you know Adam, he'll try and he'll just play to bring it out. He's got 5 chances to win this match. Now Joe really wants to screw down the table here with this. Oh, and he's left it in quite a unfortunate position. Oh, just a lapse of concentration maybe there. Not sure what happened. From Adam, he's given Joe 2 shots. Well, Joe plays to bring that red off the cushion. Puts himself in a relatively okay position here. He could just play it across, play a safety here, try and leave the red over the pocket. Get a snooker up. No, he's gone for the pot. He's got it. He can cut this into the middle. Just wants to put some top on the ball. Come back down the table. Oh, he's just undercut it there. And he's not left Adam the easiest shot, but it is a double. We could cut this in. But he'll go for the double. No, just goes for the snooker. Oh, and Joe's got himself a nice little snooker there. But Adam could kick this into the middle. No, he was lucky enough to make contact with it in the end and get another snooker himself. So I think Joe will have to come down off the bottom cushion for this one. Well, he got contact. He was snookered, so he didn't have to hit a cushion afterwards, but he's left the shot on for Adam now. Adam's taken the yellow. He's got a relatively easy shot on this black. And Adam pots it to make it 11-6 and win the match. So that will put Adam in third. I'll just update the Dewberry WhatsApp. There you go. So Group C now is just the one match left to play. Matthew Morsdale versus Dan Hemphill to decide who tops Group C. Commiserations to Sam Jones. He's lost all of his matches. It's never easy. As has Craig Paddock of Group A. I think he actually forfeited a couple of his matches. So we're now waiting for Justin Ware versus Peter Borum. Jamie Close versus Brandon Keats. And Jamie Close versus Luke Cross and Brandon Keats versus Luke Cross for Group B. And then in Group D we've got Sam Buckley versus almost everyone there. I'm not sure who he's played. I can quickly find that out. Is that Group D? Sam Buckley has played Ben Lindsay and he beat Ben 11-4. So Sam has got Stephen Wonder, Matt Lambert and David Witcher to play. And David Witcher also has Ben Lindsay to play. So we'll see if we can get those results in this week. This is the last week to get matches played. So if anyone in Group D is listening, see if you can organise your match with Sam and get them over the line. And we'll see if we can organise another stream for you this week. We haven't got one currently scheduled, but if we can get one scheduled, then please like and subscribe on YouTube and Facebook. That'd be the best way to know if we do have any more streams coming up this week. If not, then we will have some finals matches for Challenge 21 coming up very soon. And we'll also have the money match day on March the 19th. That's a Saturday. We'll have 2 streams at 11 and 4, I believe. Should be some big money matches, hopefully. There's been a lot of changes, of course. Players now unable to play and whatnot, so I haven't set anything up for that just yet. Just waiting for get to the week before and I'll get everything set up. Everything should be settled by then. Thank you everyone for watching. You've been watching Rocket Rackers TV. We bring you live pool streams from Rocket Ronnie's pool hall in Southampton. Please like and subscribe on the social medias and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the action. My company is Apiday Multimedia, the makers of 8 Ball Arena and Rocket Rackers TV. We do all the graphics and the web stuff, the codings, all that jazz. So if you've got some bits you need doing, maybe you need some graphics, maybe you need a website, maybe you need some application written to do a thing to help your business be smarter, then get in touch today. I haven't sorted out my own website yet, but I will be doing that soon. I keep saying that. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have the great rest of your Sunday evening. If you haven't eaten your Sunday roast yet, it's probably a good time to start tucking in. Thank you for watching everyone. Take care and good night.